Nobody is coming to save you. Let that sentence sink in. Not your parents, not your friends, not your partner, not your boss, not the government, and definitely not luck. If you are still waiting for a sign, this is it. Because the truth is harsh, but it is real. The world does not care how tired you are. It does not care how hard your past was. It does not care how much potential you have. The world only responds to results, and right now results are missing. Most people don't fail because they are weak. They fail because they are waiting. Waiting for motivation. Waiting for confidence. Waiting for the right time. Waiting for someone to notice them. Waiting feels safe. Waiting feels comfortable. Waiting feels responsible. But waiting is slowly destroying your life. You tell yourself, I'll start when I feel ready. I just need motivation. Next month will be better. This year is not my year. But listen carefully. Ready is a feeling that comes after action, not before. Motivation is a reward, not a requirement. And next month, next year, is just another excuse wearing a new calendar. Look at your life honestly, not emotionally, not hopefully. Honestly, how long have you been planning the same change? How long have you been thinking about improving your life, learning a skill, fixing your habits, becoming disciplined? Months, years, and what changed? Nothing. Not because you can't, but because you didn't decide. Here's something nobody tells you. Most people already know what they need to do. They just don't want to feel uncomfortable doing it. Because growth is uncomfortable. It means waking up early when you don't want to, working when nobody is watching, saying no to comfort, choosing discipline over pleasure. And your brain hates that. Your brain wants easy. Your brain wants pleasure. Your brain wants now, so it lies to you. It says, you deserve rest. You'll do it tomorrow. You're different. You're still young. But time doesn't care about your excuses. Time keeps moving. Let me ask you something. If your life stays exactly the same for the next 5 years, same income, same habits, same problems, would you be proud, or would you hate yourself for not acting when you had the chance? Because that future is not random. It's being built by what you do today. People think failure ruins lives. No. Comfort does. Comfort keeps you in the same place. Comfort makes you feel safe while time is slipping away. Comfort convinces you that tomorrow will be different. But tomorrow never changes unless you change today. Here is the brutal truth. Nobody is coming to push you. Nobody is coming to motivate you every day. Nobody is coming to force discipline into your life. And that's not sad. That's reality. Every successful person you admire had this realization. At some point, they understood. If I don't do it, no one will. That moment is painful, but it is powerful. Because responsibility gives you control. Stop blaming your past, your parents, your situation, your country, your luck. Yes, maybe life was unfair, but staying stuck because of it is your choice. You can suffer and stay the same, or you can suffer and grow. Either way, pain is coming. Choose the pain that builds you. Right now, you have 2 options. Option 1, keep waiting, keep watching videos, keep feeling inspired, keep doing nothing. Option 2, accept the truth, accept responsibility, accept discomfort, and start. Not perfectly, not confidently, not publicly, but quietly. You don't need to change everything today. You need to change your identity. Stop saying, I'm trying. Start saying, I do. Trying keeps the door open for excuses. Doing closes it. Understand this clearly. Nobody is coming to save you. And once you truly accept that, you stop begging life for chances. You stop waiting for permission. You stop needing motivation. You become dangerous. Because a person who depends on himself cannot be controlled by fear. This is where your old life ends. Not because of motivation. Not because of a video. But because of a decision. A quiet one. The kind nobody applauds. If this part made you uncomfortable, good. That means it's working. Because comfort never changed anyone. You are not stuck because you are stupid. You are stuck because you are comfortable. That's the truth nobody wants to hear. If ignorance was the problem, one motivational video would have changed your life. But it didn't. Because knowledge is not the issue. Action is. You already know what to do. You know you should. Wake up earlier. Stop wasting time. Work on a skill. Be disciplined. Fix your habits. You don't need more information. You need less comfort. The real reason you are stuck is simple. You want change without changing your lifestyle. You want success without sacrifice. You want results without boredom, but life doesn't work like that. Everything you want is on the other side of something you don't want to do. Let's talk about your daily routine. Be honest. You wake up tired. You check your phone. You scroll. You delay. You tell yourself, I'll start after this. But after this never ends, because distraction is endless. Your phone is not just a device. It's an escape. An escape from responsibility, discomfort, boredom, silence. Silence forces you to think. Thinking forces you to face reality, so you avoid it. Here's the dangerous part. You are not wasting time randomly. You are wasting time strategically. Every scroll is a delay. Every delay protects you from fear. Fear of failing, being judged, not being good enough, trying and still losing. So instead of risking failure, you choose comfort and call it patience. You say, I'm waiting for the right moment. But deep down, you know the truth. You are waiting to feel confident. But confidence doesn't come before action. It comes from surviving discomfort. Let me tell you something important. The version of you that you admire is not confident. That version is disciplined. Confidence is loud. Discipline is quiet. And discipline is built when nobody is watching. You don't lack motivation. You lack identity. You still see yourself as someone who tries, someone who plans, someone who thinks, not someone who executes. As long as you identify as a planner, your life will stay in planning mode. Your environment is also working against you. Look around. Your friends complain more than they build, talk more than they act, dream more than they execute, and slowly, you become like them, not because you want to, but because environment shapes behavior. That's why staying stuck feels normal. Everyone around you is stuck too. No pressure. No urgency, just comfort disguised as normal life. Another hard truth. You don't actually want success. You want the feeling of success. You want respect without work, validation without struggle, results without boredom. But success is boring before it is exciting, lonely before it is respected. Nobody shows you that part on social media. They show you wins, money, freedom, not the self-doubt, isolation, repetition, quiet suffering. So when your journey feels hard, you think something is wrong? Nothing is wrong. That's the price. You are also addicted to starting over. Every Monday feels like a reset. Every new month feels hopeful. Every new year feels powerful. But hope without action is dangerous. It keeps you waiting. Let's be real. How many times have you said, this time will be different? And how many times was it not? At some point, hope becomes self-betrayal. Here is the shift you need. Stop asking, how do I feel? Start asking, what needs to be done? Feelings change. Discipline remains. You will never feel ready. If you wait for motivation, you will wait forever. The people you admire didn't feel ready. They moved anyway. You are not behind, but you are delaying. And delay is a silent killer. It kills confidence, momentum, self-respect. One day at a time. Understand this clearly. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. And right now, your habits are keeping you stuck. This is not an attack. This is a mirror, and mirrors don't lie. You don't need a new plan. You need a non-negotiable standard. A standard that says, I do the work even when I don't feel like it. That's it. Because the moment you stop negotiating with your comfort, your life starts to move. Motivation is not your problem. Waiting for it is. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they are waiting to feel like it. And that feeling almost never comes. You were taught a lie. The lie says, once you feel motivated, you will act. But real life works the opposite way. Action comes first. Motivation comes later. Think about the last time you felt motivated. It probably came after. You finished something. You made progress. You proved something to yourself. Not before. Motivation is a reward, not a requirement. But social media doesn't show you that. It shows hype, music, speeches, quotes. And you think, I need that feeling to start. No, you need discipline to start. Motivation feels good. That's why people chase it. They watch videos. They save quotes. They listen to speeches. They feel powerful for 10 minutes. Then nothing changes. Motivation is emotional sugar. It tastes good. It gives a quick rush, but it doesn't build strength. Discipline does. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Motivation makes you weak because it teaches you to depend on a feeling. and feelings are unreliable. They change. When you're tired, when life gets hard, when things go wrong, if your progress depends on motivation, your progress will stop often. Successful people don't wake up motivated. They wake up committed. Commitment doesn't care how you feel. It says, this is happening today. No debate. You don't see this part. You don't see them working tired, them working bored, them working unrecognized. You only see results, and you compare your behind the scenes to their highlight reel. That comparison kills momentum. Let's talk about boredom. Boredom is where most people quit. Not pain, not difficulty. Boredom. Because boredom doesn't feel heroic. It feels pointless. But boredom is the price of mastery. Every skill looks exciting at the end, but the beginning is repetitive. Same actions, same mistakes, same routine. That's why most people stop. They think, if this mattered, it would feel exciting. No, if it matters, it will test you. Motivation is loud. Discipline is quiet. Motivation says, let's change everything today. Discipline says, do the work again. One creates emotion. The other creates results. Another lie motivation teaches you. You need confidence. Confidence is built after evidence. Evidence comes from showing up. You don't become confident by thinking. You become confident by surviving discomfort. Waiting for confidence is just another delay. And delay feels safe. Because if you never start, you never fail. But you also never win. Motivation also makes you addicted to beginnings. You love new plans, new notebooks, new routines. Beginnings feel powerful, but success lives in continuation. And continuation is boring. Here's the shift. Stop asking, how motivated am I? Start asking, what does discipline require today? One small action. That's it. Discipline is not extreme. It's consistent. You don't need to destroy yourself. You need to show up daily, even when you feel nothing. Especially when you feel nothing. That's where real progress happens. Not on good days, on normal days, on bad days, on days when quitting feels logical. The people you admire understood this. They stopped chasing motivation. They built systems. They removed decisions. They made discipline automatic. And here's the part that hurts. If you're still waiting to feel inspired, you're choosing comfort over growth. You're choosing the short-term feeling over the long-term life. Motivation didn't fail you. You misunderstood it. It was never meant to carry you. Discipline was. So stop waiting. Start moving, even slowly, even badly, even scared, because the people who change their lives are not the most motivated. They are the most consistent. And consistency doesn't care how you feel. Time is moving. Even when you are tired, even when you are confused, even when you are waiting, it doesn't pause for your emotions. Every day you delay, life continues without you. The world doesn't stop. People don't wait. Opportunities don't hold their breath. They move on. The most dangerous thing about time is not that it passes. It's that it passes quietly. No alarms, no warnings, no dramatic moments. Just days turning into years. You don't feel time slipping. That's why it's dangerous. One day feels harmless. I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow becomes a habit, and habits become identity. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. How many times have you said, I still have time? What if that's the lie ruining you? Time doesn't disappear all at once. It leaks, slowly, in small moments. Scrolling, overthinking, waiting, postponing. You don't notice the loss until it's gone. 1 year from now will arrive, no matter what you do. The question is not, will time pass? The question is, who will you be when it does? Picture 2 versions of yourself. Version 1, did nothing different. Same habits, same excuses, same comfort. Version 2, worked quietly, improved daily, stayed consistent. Both aged 1 year, but their lives are worlds apart. People think failure wastes time. No, avoidance does. Failure teaches, avoidance repeats. Here's the brutal math. Small actions done daily create massive change. Small delays, repeated daily, create regret. Time multiplies whatever you feed it. You are not losing because you are slow. You are losing because you stop. You restart too often. You quit too early. You reset instead of continue. The saddest sentence you can say is, I wish I started earlier. Because that sentence means, I knew, but I waited. There are people younger than you, less talented than you, with fewer resources than you, and they are ahead. Not because they are special, because they started, and there are people older than you, smarter than you, with more potential than you, still stuck. Because they waited. Time does not respect potential. It respects movement. Another lie you tell yourself. I'm too late. Late compared to who? The only comparison that matters is between who you were yesterday and who you are today. The only real deadline in life is regret, and regret always arrives on time. One day, motivation will not work. Inspiration will not work. Excuses will not work. Reality will ask, what did you do with the time you had? You don't need more years. You need more urgency. Urgency doesn't mean panic. It means clarity. It means understanding. This matters now. Time will not suddenly feel valuable. You have to respect it. And respect shows up as action. Stop saying, I have time. Start saying, I am running out of excuses. This is not meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. Because time is not against you. But it is not waiting either. The people who win are not rushed. They are intentional. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They move with what they have. Right now, time is watching. Every choice you make is a vote for your future. And the scariest part? You won't feel the consequences today. You'll feel them later. So don't wait for urgency to be forced on you. Create it. Decide that today matters. Because one day, you won't get to decide anymore. There is a moment in every person's life that changes everything. It's the moment you realize no one is coming to save you, not because people don't care, but because everyone is fighting their own battles. You spend years waiting for support, waiting for approval, waiting for opportunity. But waiting makes you weak because it puts your future in someone else's hands. The day you stop waiting is the day your life becomes yours. That day is uncomfortable because responsibility is heavy, but it is also powerful. Most people avoid responsibility. They say, it's not my fault. I didn't choose this. Life was unfair. And maybe they're right. But responsibility is not about fault. It's about control. You can blame the past, or you can build the future. But you cannot do both. Responsibility doesn't mean you caused everything that happened. It means you choose what happens next. The moment you accept, this is on me, you stop being a victim. Victims wait. Builders act. This shift is scary because excuses are comfortable. Excuses protect your ego. They say, it's not you. Responsibility says, it is you. And that hurts. But here's the secret. Responsibility gives you power. Because if it's your fault, it's also your solution. People who change their lives all share one thing. They stopped expecting rescue. No one motivated them daily. No one pushed them constantly. No one held their hand. They decided. They stopped asking, who will help me? They started asking, what can I do today? Responsibility is quiet. No drama. No applause. Just daily choices. When you accept responsibility, you stop complaining. You stop explaining. You stop waiting. You start building. And building is lonely. Because most people don't understand it. They think you changed. You didn't. You woke up. Here's a hard truth. The world respects responsibility. It responds to people who take ownership. Opportunities come to movers, not complainers. When you take responsibility, you stop looking for shortcuts. You understand that progress is earned, not given. You stop asking for motivation. You create discipline. You stop needing permission. You give it to yourself. This doesn't mean life gets easy. It means life gets honest. You know where you stand. You know what needs work. And that clarity is freedom. You are no longer confused. You are just accountable. The moment you stop blaming your parents, your environment, your past, you feel something new, pressure. But pressure creates diamonds. Responsibility forces growth. Because you can't hide from yourself anymore. Let me say this clearly. No one is coming. And that's good news. Because it means you don't need approval. You don't need permission. You don't need rescue. You just need courage. Courage to act without guarantees. Courage to fail publicly. Courage to keep going privately. Most people never feel this power because they never accept this truth. They wait. They complain. They hope. You don't have to. You can choose differently. Right now. The moment you take full responsibility, your excuses die. And with them, your old life. This is not a motivational idea. It's a decision. And decisions change trajectories. No one is coming to save you, but you are capable of saving yourself. Now listen carefully. not tomorrow, not next week, not next year. Now, because moments like this don't come often. A moment where you see the truth clearly. A moment where excuses don't sound convincing anymore. A moment where deep down, you know something has to change. You've heard everything you needed to hear. You don't need another video. You don't need more motivation. You don't need more time. You need a decision. Right now, there are two versions of you. One version closes this video and goes back to life as usual. Same habits, same comfort, same excuses. That version will understand this message one day, but too late. The second version does something small but real. Turns off distractions, stops negotiating with comfort, takes one uncomfortable action. That version doesn't feel ready, but moves anyway. This is the moment where lives separate. Not dramatically, quietly. No applause. No announcement. Just a choice. Let me tell you something important. You don't need to become extreme. You don't need to change everything overnight. You just need to stop lying to yourself. Stop saying, "I'll start soon." Soon is not a date. Soon is a trap. The people who win are not special. They just stop quitting on themselves. They stop breaking promises. Made in silence. From today on, do this. When your mind says, "Not today," you say, "Especially today," because discipline on easy days is normal. Discipline on hard days is life-changing. You will feel resistance. That's good. Resistance means you're finally doing something real. Comfort never resists. Growth always does. Understand this clearly. Your future is not decided by luck, talent, motivation. It is decided by what you do when nobody is watching. Years from now, you will look back at this phase, and you will say one of two things. "I'm proud I didn't quit." Or, "I wish I listened." This is not pressure. This is honesty. Because time will move forward, with or without you. You are not behind. You are just one decision away, one habit away, 1 hour away. But only if you move. Nobody is coming to save you. And that truth should not scare you. It should free you. Because if no one is coming, then nothing is stopping you. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. You don't need approval. You need courage. Courage to start imperfectly. Courage to continue quietly. Courage to choose discipline over comfort. Every single day. This is your line in the sand. The old version stops here. The new version moves forward. Don't wait for life to force you. Choose now, because comfort is expensive. Discipline is cheap, and regret is the most expensive price of all. This video ends here, but your decision starts now.